Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Adrian. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's going to be time for some Victoria 2 as the Ottoman Empire with the Concert of Europe mod that we've been playing with for a little while now. Okay, so we just got out of a war with the Russians. We have quite a bit of war exhaustion, 10%. We're 5th in the world in power. We're 9th in the world in military power, so that's kind of nice. We have a lot of soldiers, capital ships, and leaders. So we just got out of a war with the Russians. They were fighting on like 2 fronts. They have probably double or even triple our manpower. However, we do have some pretty damn good tech. We're doing a lot as far as technology is concerned. So right now I'm researching army professionalism, and then maybe we'll get some more army techs here when it's time. But right now, what I think I'm going to do is probably focus a little bit on the Navy. Just get a couple different types of ships here. I probably need some better naval bases, some steamers, some clipper transports and such. Hopefully none of this takes too long to research. These techs have been out here for quite a while, so I don't think it's going to take forever to get some of these techs here. But for now, we're just going to get most of the army probably up near the Russian border. So we did take a lot of Georgia. I think we actually have taken all of Georgia. And I was considering attacking Persia, and I wanted to release Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan has plenty of cores here. However, I actually don't think I can invade Persia. I actually don't think that's something that I can do, so that's kind of a shame. We have basically Ethiopia as an ally. We're allied with Austria. Austria is fighting the Hungarians in the Hungarian Revolution of 1848. We have truces with Spain and Russia. Russia is definitely going to be pissed. They're going to want some territory back, probably in a few years. So we'll have to stay militarized. Really, we're going to start to pivot towards a very Eurocentric militarized state. We're going to have to probably, once we have mostly all the clergymen that we need in our empire, we're definitely going to have to militarize and encourage a lot of soldiers in our realm. So I'm just going to train up whatever I can right now. We're giving war subsidies to Britain. I'm trying to make Britain fairly friendly with me. I at least want him to be able to support me in conflicts and crises and things like that. We have neutral relations with Prussia, and we are basically kind of opposed to France and Spain at this point. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Looks like Spain and France are at war. Actually, what is nice is there is an independence war for Poland, Congress Poland. Poland is independent, or at least they were independent. And basically Russia was going to annex all of Poland, and they did end up annexing that territory. But Britain and France actually protected Poland, and so we're trying to see what's going to happen from this war goal here. It does not look like England and France are going to be successful. Sweden is going to basically make Norway a puppet again. The Mexican-American War is going on, and Mexico's definitely going to lose. Although I will admit the balance of power is actually not that off. It's not that far off. I prefer for a weak United States, but I'm over here. I'm the Ottoman Empire. I don't have to worry about any of that. Khorasan is declaring a war of independence from Persia, so that's going on. And then the Austrians are also at war with Lombardy and then Venice. So let's just go ahead and go on speed forward. I'm going to have to maybe cancel these war subsidies here pretty soon because Britain is kind of eating at my treasury. Let's see here. The empire is expanding. We are going to finish up this army professionalism tech. And I believe we are a little bit ahead of Russia, actually, military tech. We need to definitely stay ahead of Russia for the most part as far as military tech is concerned. We have to be ahead of them in absolutely everything that I can possibly think of as far as having to do with the military, because our superior technology as well as our industrialization is going to basically make it so that we can win the wars that we need to win. Let's go and take a look here. We have idealism. Positivism would be nice for some of the education efficiency. That would help us out with our literacy problems. Associationism helps us out with our reinforcement. We just got Army Tier 2. No plan survives contact with the enemy. Helmuth von Moltke. So we get morale and the mobilization size, so that's good. So I can raise conscripts and more conscripts. Let's go ahead and keep going on with this naval tech here. And then after this naval tech, I'll focus either on commerce, or I'll probably just move to some industrial tech. Actually, medicine and the early railroads are really going to help us out after a little while. So we should keep all that in mind. Let's go ahead and increase our great power influence with Ethiopia. I would love to do something with Greece, but I don't have any Casus Belli's or anything, so honestly, I'm not going to worry about it. We actually don't really need Greece anyway. Our industrial power is 18th in the world. We're actually 4th in the world for prestige, so that's pretty cool. We just unlocked 12 pounders, so that's nice. But yeah, we're actually doing fairly well. Definitely for an Ottoman campaign, I think it could be going a lot worse. I actually do think we're doing very well for ourselves. Let's see, Diyarbakir. We're done with clergymen there. There we go. So we have basically everything at full spending. Officers and soldiers, their pay is increasing. We're raising more soldiers as well. The more soldiers you have, the more defense spending that you have to spend, and then vice versa. If you spend more on defense spending, and then you actually end up recruiting more manpower. So I also know, I think as far as soldiers, the more you tax them, or the less you tax your poor, I believe that has something to do with soldiers. The less you tax the middle class actually gets you more officers. So if you want good leadership, if you have a lack of leadership, you should definitely increase defense spending and actually lower your middle class taxes. Whereas if you want more soldiers, you need to decrease your lower strata taxes. So it's pretty interesting how that works out. We just got mobilization size again. This is we just got clipper design as well, so we can now build man of wars. Although we're actually going to not produce any wooden ships. We don't want to produce ships of sail. We do want to start building steamers when I can. Let's see, we got some attrition here. Ooh, we have troops in Serbia. We're going to keep pretty substantial garrisons in Romania, I feel. Quite a few, I think. And then also, we're probably going to put a lot of troops in Trebizond. Trebizond is kind of one of my eastern, strongholds, I guess you could say. If we're ever declared on by the Russians, you know, we'll have a lot of satellites and stuff that can actually help me. They do boost my military power quite a bit. They really do come in handy after a little while. What I also want to do, as far as any of my objectives here in the Middle East, definitely I want to move into the Arabian Peninsula. I'd love to, like I said, release Azerbaijan. That would be really cool. I don't actually know if I can do that. Oh, I can. Let's see. Is Persia protected by anybody? He's cordial with me. He's neutral with everybody else. So I can do, let's see. Is it liberate country? Liberate an entire country from its oppressors, or release do they have puppets? They do. They have Arabistan. That'd be nice. If I release Arabistan, I actually think that I could form a Casus Belli against them and actually declare war on them myself. So let's release Puppet 2.5 Infamy, and then Liberate Country is 6.6. I believe Free People is Liberate a country from its oppressors. Let's see. Conditions is not a puppet, is not a subject nation, has a number of states greater than 2. What about Liberate Country? I'm actually wondering, what is the difference between these? Liberate an entire country. So, add a sphere, release puppet. I'm pretty damn sure that freeing a people is a return of cores because it costs less infamy. I'm also almost kind of positive that liberate country is actually you choose to release an entire country of cores. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So, like, for me, we would want to release Azerbaijan, who has, like, tons of cores over here. They actually even have cores, I think, in some of my territory. Actually, maybe not. They have cores in Russia as well. Damn, Russia's third in the world for military power. Yeah, we're going to want to release Azerbaijan, and then I'm actually thinking if we release Arabistan and then I conquer him, we actually control Khuzestan. We already have Basra, so we don't have to worry about that. We have Baghdad as well, but I'd love to own a little more of this. It's just kind of a strategic thing to do, although Persia does have cores here, so that kind of worries me. Let's go and do it real quick. It'd be a fairly quick war. We won't have to, you know, fret too much. It's only 6.6 infamy. It's really not a lot, and I don't even know if I'm going to be discovered or not. So let's go ahead and get some troops over here. We'll just have a few troops, nothing crazy. Let's see, we're getting some naval tech, so that's good. Let's see, professor criticizes the voting system, huh? Let's go ahead and take that prestige. So, as far as liberalism, I would love to be a constitutional monarchy, but I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of good stuff that comes from being absolutist. So, for now, we're just gonna let it ride. For now. I'm not too keen on becoming constitutional until it's going to be time where, like, we're going to be having revolutions or something. It is the year 1849. Historically, the revolutions of 1848 tore Europe apart. We actually haven't had many problems with any of that, so that's good. We can do a whistle-stop tour. We're going to go on a train ride across our empire. Let's see, where are my troops? Let's go and get all of our armies together in one place. Take a little bit of attrition here. Actually go for Vaughn. We're taking 0.3% attrition here. We gotta watch out for attrition. Still, I have to kind of keep my eyes on things. We've got siege efficiency here because of engineers. We've got nothing in this army. Is it infantry? I've got cavalry here for reconnaissance. Do I have any hussars available? I got a couple up here. No hussars here. We got cuirassiers. Okay, so I could probably use some more engineers, maybe. Are we still giving these subsidies? No. We're not giving any subsidies. We're actually just losing money. Just like, that's just what's happening. Okay, so we're about 2,000. No, we're about 1,000 off. Let's see, tariffs. I don't want to raise tariffs. I guess I'll just raise taxes on the rich. Maybe a little bit on the middle class. Maybe 50% on the middle class. 90% on the rich and the poor is actually quite a bit. Let's see, Robert Torrens, huh? Cool. Okay, so we just got the liberate country. We were discovered. How long is this going to take? Damn. Yeah, Russia is definitely going to win this war. I was actually hoping that the United Kingdom and France would be able to oppose the Russians, but I guess that's not going to happen. It doesn't even look like they've suffered many losses. Salonika's got integration now. That's good. Persia's partially westernized, although their military tech just sucks. They have 20 divisions. I could easily defeat them, though. Hopefully when I release Azerbaijan, maybe Persia will lose their cores over here. And then I'd love to liberate people from my Russia back to Azerbaijan. That'll be something else I do in the future. I would love to do that, and then I want to take the Crimea. Which would be... Well, I could take like Russian Kuban. Let us avoid a slip into anarchy. I'd love to take Kuban, which is this huge state that we see here. The World's Fair, huh? Let's do it. And then we also have this this state of Taurida, and then maybe Novorossiya, which is in Ukraine. Actually, releasing Ukraine would be kind of hard, but I could do it, possibly. I don't think it'd be impossible. As long as it's justification. It's not too bad. We have jingoism as far as our reactionary party. We have jingoism, so the army is the centerpiece of the state. So we don't have lots of problems with generating casus bellis and stuff like that. I just remembered that we unlocked Clipper shipyards, and they're actually pretty useful to have. So let's try and see here. I need... Let's see. I need lumber. Let's see. Clipper shipyard. We need a lumber mill. We need fabric as well. Fabric factory requires cotton. We have a wool mill as well. Yeah, wool was actually, it's a wool factory. Wool was used during the Age of Sail, so we're going to build Eastern Rumelia. To go overstay. Let's go ahead and build a wool factory here where there's wool, and then we're gonna build a clipper shipyard and a lumber mill here. Lumber mill. And then I want to make sure, how many cement factories do I have? Probably quite a bit. Okay. How much cement do we actually produce? Industrial goods. Cement. How much do we produce? Wow, we don't produce any cement. We produce 0.83% cement. It's pretty bad. So we produce two cement, and basically we buy everything else. So, okay. We actually export mostly grain, wool, and timber, and then we import canned food, sugar, and tea. Yeah, we don't have a lot of craftsmen, mostly because of our literacy. That's probably what's going on. So, oh well. Liberate country would be Azerbaijan. Holy God! Return all states with core provinces to Azerbaijan from return all states with core provinces to Azerbaijan from Persia. And Persia is protected by the following nations: Arabistan, who's an ally. Okay, so 56 war scores. That means we have to occupy all those provinces and more. Like half the country probably to get this. And then maybe I'll have him maybe release Arabistan. I might actually hold on to it myself. I want to make sure that he's not protected by any great powers. It does not look like he is. So, all right, let's go and declare. Arabistan, Assyria. Return all states with core provinces to Arabistan. Huh, interesting. So, liberate country is like all cores, whereas I think free people is one state. That makes sense. Kurdistan. There's Azerbaijan. Let's go move in. We're gonna go on speed 4. Something slow. Don't want to go too fast. Let's see, we got a -2 because he dug in. We get a bad roll as well, but that's okay. I'm not too concerned with his military strength. We got a cholera epidemic. Oh, shit. Well, that's not good. Let's make sure we're not taking any more attrition over here. We gotta keep an eye on it. Nice. I think it was a stack wipe right there. Good stuff. Let's see. Okay, so it's 1850, so we're going to be getting some... let's actually take a look here, just to make sure that we're not missing any important text. State and government would be nice. I'm still working on some of this naval stuff. I want steamers relatively soon. We don't have to really rush it, but just having better ships is going to be nice. Alphabetic flag signaling. There we go. Supply range. Good stuff. Russians are here. They have quite a few troops in the Caucasus, actually. They do keep quite a bit of men. I prefer for them not to take this, but... Alright. War of Azerbaijani freedom. I'll actually move some reinforcements to Urmia. We are well supplied. So at least we're able to get all of our military goods. That's nice. Let's see here. Sons of Romanian labor. A trade union for Romanian laborers and craftsmen is formed illegally in Ismail. Speak softly or carry a big stick. We'll go ahead and give them consciousness instead of militancy. Generals died. That sucks. We haven't been too bad on generals, so I'll admit. Azerbaijan is quite a bit up here. Tabriz is pretty important. There's a huge population in Tabriz. That's good. Azerbaijan acquires all states with core provinces. Nice. Fulfilled in 60%. We're going to attack across the river. We should be fine, though. Is he dug in? He's dug in only one level, though. Do I want to do something against you? Add a war goal. Not... I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, releasing a puppet would be easy, but, like, having Arabistan around is really not that helpful, so... let's see. We do have some war exhaustion, but it's going down. I'm going to go ahead and make people war in favor of Jingoism. Let's see. Horse production throughput plus 10%. Awesome. Horse breeding. We've engaged some rebels here in Moldavia. I think they're going to be okay, though. I think they're going to be just fine. Let's see. These Persian troops are going to Alam. Let's go and engage those guys. Let's see. Literacy is going up quite quickly, I'll admit. In about a year, we've gained about 1%, so... Really? Holy shit. Holy shit. Lombardia is independent. Austria, bro. What's going on with you, man? That's not good. We should be ready to defeat Russia on our own without any help, without any allies or anything, so let's just keep that in mind. We should be able to do that. Because I don't know if I can rely on Austria for defensive wars. Honestly, Austria is, you know, they have more troops than I do, but, I mean, they're letting rebels take all of this right now. Prussian Upper Silesia. Silesia's independent, but I guess Prussia might have taken back some territory. How does Prussia feel about Russia? Who does Russia hate? Russia hates France, the United Kingdom, and Sweden. Wow, apparently Sweden's almost a great power. Interesting. So you don't like France, huh? And Austria and France obviously don't like each other. So Russia right now is basically diplomatically isolated. I think Persia is their only real ally. So that's good for me, I'll admit. We've lost the effects of good military leadership. We're about to release all of Azerbaijan, basically. What about Kurdistan? I don't think it makes much sense to release Kurdistan, no. Let's see, the World Fair was not hosted at our place, but we're still attending anyway. Let's see, we're getting some railroads. Should we continue with this or go to some other tech? Let's get steamers in the battleship column doctrine. Anything that's like 1821 to 1830. I want steamers for sure. We're going to need steamer shipyards and such. But other than that, I don't think it's too necessary. I don't think it's going to be too necessary. I've not yet begun to fight John Paul Jones. I don't think it's too necessary to invest incredibly heavily in naval tech. Not yet, anyway. Possibly in the future. I'd love to colonize. That'd be nice. We've lost the effects of plurality, and then plurality just happened to us again. Plurality is basically like how diverse your population is as far as like ideology. So the more pluralistic you are, the more liberal your society will become. Right now, we only have 20% plurality, so you know we don't have much at the moment. Naturally, the Ottoman Empire is actually a fairly conservative place. I know different religions are actually more conservative than others. Nice tax efficiency. So like Sunni is usually more towards conservative and reactionary than other religions. Orthodox is okay-ish. Catholic and Protestant are actually fairly liberal. They get quite revolutionary. And then Shiite is pretty reactionary, actually. Treaty of Paris. So the Treaty of Paris settles the war over Herat, and Persia abandons all claims to Herat and other Afghan principalities, recognizing them as independent states outside of their sphere of influence. Fascinating. Herat was in my sphere of influence? So Afghanistan's this guy, and then he's got all these guys as, I'm assuming, satellites or allies or something. There's a lot of... What the hell just happened here? That's so weird. Oh, look at that. Cancel my war. What the hell? Okay, I might have to check that out. That was weird. Yeah, I canceled my war. I'll have to report that to the devs, I guess. I don't know. What the hell's the Treaty of Herat? I've never heard of that. Let's go and lower these taxes now. I'm making way too much money. John Stuart Mill? Oh, man. I wanted Azerbaijan, though. I still have the infamy and everything. Well, I actually got rid of my infamy, I'll admit. Damn it, we're about to win that war, too. All right, well, I guess I weakened Persia. But, okay. I'll have to ask the devs about that. It's kind of strange. In the meantime, we'll prepare for a war with the Russians again. Let's go ahead and move our national foci from Bosnia to somewhere else. And Ankara already has enough clergymen. What about Konya? There we go. More clergy. Let's see. Serbians are becoming more conservative. That's good. Oh, man. I wanted to win that Azerbaijani war. Maybe we'll attack... Maybe, because Azerbaijan has a lot more cores in Russia than they do in Persia. But let's attack the Russians, possibly in the future. And then we'll see what happens with Azerbaijan and Persia. But I'm not entirely sure why I got something about Herat. I was not declaring war on Herat. Although it does look like Persia is smaller. Yeah, I think, like, some of these used to be Persia. Now they're not. Got Georgian nationalists, huh? So most of our upper house is conservative. There's a little bit of separatist in there. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break here, I guess. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much.